Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Pouncy. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel this evening or this morning or whenever you're looking at it. And I appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. I'd like it a lot, guys. And subscribe to my channel. Pass it on as you see fit and tell me what you think as well. Tonight I'm going to do some lasagna in a pot. Dutch oven, actually. Never done that before. Some variations of some recipes I've seen recently. So I think we're going to throw this lasagna together. It's supposed to take like a half hour because I've been doing other things in between. I currently have my Italian sausage sauteing, and I'm going to get that brown or braising and get that all browned off, and I'll show you that process. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, but we're going to drop the camera down and show you what I'm going to do with this lasagna in a pot. Be right back, guys. I've got some crushed tomatoes. I've got a couple of cans of crushed tomatoes. This will be an ingredient list for you. I've got a half of a large onion that happens to be a Vidalia because they're in season right now. I got a little pepper over here, coarse ground black pepper, which I cook in Pouncy usually use it. So I got some salt as well. I might not use any salt at all, guys, because that Italian sausage, ground Italian sausage, also has salt in it. I'm going to be using about maybe a teaspoon of minced garlic. I don't have any fresh. I'll probably put some parsley on top just for color once it's finished. I'm excited about getting together with this thing here. I've never done this before. Obviously, we got some mozzarella cheese as well. We're going to be sprinkling some mozzarella cheese on the top of it, I guess. And I might even sprinkle a little bit of this grated Parmesan cheese as well. My onions, as I just mentioned to you, trying not to miss anything, in my ground beef because it's now cooking and braising, and I'm going to put the onions in right now, okay? So I'm going to reach back and do that. You guys can follow me over here with the camera when it moves. And we're going. Actually, guys, almost forgot the noodles, for God's sake. These are oven ready, as you can see there, perhaps. Noodles, I'm not using regular noodles. These allegedly cooks really fast. So we're going to use these instead of breaking up regular noodles. And again, this recipe is supposed to take about a half hour. I'm just talking too much, guys. But anyway, these are the noodles that I'm going to be using, and we'll be back with you in just a little bit, okay? Okay, guys, I think you're back with me here. And you can see what I'm doing, I think, too. So what I'm doing here, I'm finishing up here with my onions. I'm going to get them translucent, and then I'm going to start adding my sauces and stuff. I've got my Dutch oven is over here. Yes, over here. You can see that, and that was my oven telling me that the temperature is up to whatever it needs to be for my toast. Anyway, so I'm going to. I could have done this whole thing in the Dutch oven, guys, but I want to layer it. Okay, the original recipe that I saw calls for breaking up the noodles and just mixing everything all together, but I'm going to try to layer it just for the heck of it as I put it together. I'm going to take my ladle, put some noodles, some of those quick noodles, I guess they call them, cooked oven ready rather, put those in here. I'm rambling, guys, just trying to get this done here, okay? So that's what we're going to continue to do, get those onions nice and soft. And then I'll start adding my sauce, my crushed tomatoes it is. And then we'll just go from there, guys. It's going to be interesting seeing this thing come together even for me because, again, I've never made lasagna in a pot before. So that's what we're going to be doing here, guys. So listen, I'm going to be back with you in just a little bit. Let's let these onions get really soft, and then I'll start adding my sauce and my spices and stuff, okay? Onions are ready. So again, I'm just going to add all my crushed tomatoes in there. I might even add a little water. I could put some chicken base in there, but I'm playing this by ear, like I said, guys, in terms of the moisture content of this dish. All right, there's 2 cans here. I think these are 14-ounce cans, I believe they are. I haven't got time to look. I'll burn myself and look at the can here, guys. 15-ounce cans, guys. 2 of them, okay? Let me get the rest of it in there. And again, I could have put this whole thing again in the Dutch oven, as that recipe that I saw indicated, but I want to layer it. I don't want to break up the noodles and drop them all in there and stir it all up. I should make it a little different here. Let's see what happens, all right? I'm going to put some black pepper in there, that coarse ground pepper I talked about. And I'm going to do that as I turn this down a little bit because I don't want it bubbling all over and splashing all over me and the range here. All right, let's put a little of that coarse ground black pepper in there to taste, guys, okay? All right, adding no salt right now. And I think that's all I'm going to put in here right now. because my cheeses and stuff are going to be going in there shortly too when I start layering it, as I indicated. All right. So, and I'm sure those tomatoes probably have salt in them as well, guys. So that's why watch your sodium. Don't go sprinkling salt in there and all of a sudden it's too salty, because yeah, it's kind of difficult to take the salt out once you get it in there. Okay. I could have also used another meat, beef, could have been ground beef, ground turkey, could have been the meat of your choice. It didn't have to be Italian sausage. I like the flavor of Italian sausage. As I see this beautiful pack of, stop it, it's bubbling, guys. This beautiful package of grated Parmesan cheese over here. I think I'll sprinkle a little of that in here for flavor. All right, let's just do that. A little bit to taste, I guess, guys. And let's do that. This can't hurt anything, right? Of course not. All right, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that in there. I'm going to call it whatever it is, okay? Okay, I'm going to tell it like three tablespoons. All right, that'll be an ingredient list for you too, guys. All right, just kind of fold that in there too. Yes. I don't really see the need for water right now either. I think those noodles are going to get a little starchy in here anyway to hold it together. I don't want it too runny. See, I'm kind of sort of experimenting here, guys. I'm kind of sure you guys have done this before, but you've never done it with cooking with Pouncy, so that's kind of what we're doing here, okay? Well, it's starting to smell good, guys. I'm going to put about a half a tablespoon of that garlic I told you about in there too now. A half a teaspoon rather. I don't want to put too much garlic in there. Let me put just about a half a teaspoon. That's just a regular kitchen spoon. Put the garlic in there, okay? That's good enough. Right there. That's good enough. All right. Well, that garlic is strong, guys. If you guys ever use that minced garlic, you have to open that lid, get your quantity of garlic, and close it real quick. And I don't want it too garlicky, and that's why I just put like a half a teaspoon in there. You guys can put how much you want to put or none in yours if you want to. I'm kind of liking the consistency of this sauce right now too. All right, so what I'm going to do now, guys, as I'm looking around trying to make sure I don't miss anything, I'm going to take my Dutch oven here, and we're going to put a little sauce in there first, and then I'm going to start layering those noodles. You guys know how to do that lasagna deal. So let's do that now, okay? My meat's done. And make sure you cook that meat done. I get me some heat here for this process. I'm going to taste it a little bit for salt content, even though I told you watch your salt. You just want to make sure it's seasoned, okay? Want to make sure it is. That's plenty of salt, guys. Plenty. I haven't added any. Okay? All right. I'm going to do that. I'll be right back with you guys in a little bit. All right. Looking good, guys. Again, I just opened my cheese, my mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to start spooning some of this in my Dutch oven here as it's getting hot. You just heard that. All right. Well, let's just do that. We don't want to get that Dutch oven too hot. I just shut that off. Oh, that gets hot in a hurry. You can turn that down. We don't want that hot that quick. That's way hot. I don't want to. I'm still trying to get used to this range. You guys have heard me in my videos. Electric range, I mean, it stays hot like a week and a half after you turn it off. All right, let's sprinkle some in between. Let's sprinkle a little bit of this cheese in the middle of it here too. All right, and then I'm going to put some noodles in there. I got them open. These little thin wafer-like noodles. Let's just put some of these in there. And put that one in there. I better break it. That one in there, that one in there. Let's break it again. All right. Okay. I don't know, guys. Like I said, that recipe said put 2 cups of water in this. That would be just like more than runny, for God's sakes. Anyway, we're just kind of cooking with Pouncy with this today. See how it's going to turn out here. These noodles are kind of cool. So make sure I get them all in here. And I said, you know what I tell you about the range? I turned it down to like medium, and that was like a too long ago. You saw me do that. But it stays hot forever. That's an electric range. All right, so I'm just spreading it out over the noodles as I put them in there. And I'm going to do that again. These things are cool. I hope they're pretty cool. Okay. That's how, again, this is how I decided to do it, guys, rather than breaking the noodles all up and then putting it all in the same pot and stirring it up and then putting the cheese on top. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. Cooking with Pouncy is always doing something different. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But hey, as long as it tastes good. I wish you could see down in there now, guys, because it's actually getting layered. Let's put another layer of noodles on there. Let's do that. You can't have too many noodles in lasagna now, can you? I'm just dropping them in there. I don't know whether you guys can see that or not. I think it might be good to go now with the noodles. All right, so I'm going to put the rest of this in there. I can find my scraper. It's smelling pretty good, guys. It is. All the noodles are covered. And I know that moisture, not 2 extra cups, but that moisture is going to get this nice and wet, and moist, if you will. There's all of our sauce in there. Kind of looks like lasagna now, too, guys. Kind of. Deal right there. That's looking good, guys. I'm gonna now put my mozzarella cheese on top, and then I'm gonna cut, guys. I think we're about done with it, actually. Okay, we're about done with it per the recipe. So here we go. We're gonna put some mozzarella cheese in here. I didn't put any ricotta in there. I didn't know what would happen if I did that. So maybe I'll do that next time. Okay. So here we go. Let's put a whole bunch of this in there. Yes, looks good. Get the top covered there. I got the heat down to medium, and I think that's going to be fine. I see it's still bubbling. I might use this entire package in here. You can't have too much cheese now, can you? There you go, guys. It kind of looks like lasagna in a pot. I think that's all the cheese I've got, and that's fine. That is just fine. Just fine, guys. Let me get my lid. We're going to let that simmer in there. We're shutting this thing down for just a little bit. I'm going to let that cook probably for another, I'm going to say 15 to 18 minutes maybe. I'll check it out a little bit, make sure the noodles are nice and tender. I'll be back with you when it's about time to plate this up. It looks really, really good. I'm going to stop plodding around and show you how good it looks. And it smells scrumptious. And it turned out, I think, really, really well, considering. And I'm going to hold it up for you here, guys. See, it's not moving around. I'll tell you what, though, guys. If I had put 2 cups of water in there, as the recipe indicated, it would be soup, okay? So I'm proud of myself for thinking, maybe I shouldn't put all that water in there, which I didn't. So next time you see this, guys, I'm going to, and so what I've done here, because it's not firm, but it's firm enough for me to do that, right? And away from the sides, it's not sticking. So I'm going to get this on a plate. So here's the presentation, guys. I got a couple of slices of cheese toast on there, and we're going to enjoy this tonight. I thank you so much once again for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. I sure really would appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and do so. Tell me what you think as well, and pass this on as you see fit. And I certainly hope, guys, that if you decide to make this for yourself and your family, that you'll enjoy it as much as we're going to enjoy this just tonight.